it's Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of Lucky Baskhar, starring Dulquer Salmaan. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. Okay, you guys, if you've watched my videos, you know I am a huge fan of Dulquer Salmaan. And when I did the trailer reaction, first I was disappointed that there were no subtitles to the Telugu. And secondly, when I checked, it didn't seem like this film was coming to Colorado at all. And I was really disappointed. And on a chance, I was like, well, I'll check one more time. And it was playing at one theater. And so I drove to see it tonight on the spur of the moment. I was making some right guesses from, even though I couldn't understand except for a few English words in the trailer. I was pretty right in that it's about financial scams. And yes, Dulquer plays sort of a con man. I mean, it's set around banking and stock scandals in the early 90s, late 80s. But it's about one particular small piece of that puzzle. I would say this film reminds me a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio's Catch Me If You Can, because essentially it's a one-man show in the same way that that entire film rested on Leonardo DiCaprio's charm, right? And playing this con man who's doing some not so great things, but you're just enjoying him getting away with it. That's the same way I felt here. Dulquer, it's a one-man show. This movie is all Dulquer. It's all resting on his charm, even when he's doing things that are shady. You're just loving that he's sticking it to the man, and because and that he is succeeding, right? And like, you're just enjoying that he's getting to enjoy all of this wealth, because they start the movie showing all sorts of small indignities of life when he's working as a cashier clerk at this bank. His salary is not enough to pay to support his entire extended family, his brother, his sisters, his father, disabled father, all of this. And, in addition to his wife and child. And he just can't, he's in debt to everybody, whatever. So they're showing how neighbors treated them, how other family members treated them, how he's treated at work. So they set it up showing, and you're just like, oh my gosh, can't this guy get a break? Right? And when he seems to be at the lowest point, he grabs an opportunity and runs with it. And then we're off to the races in this movie of him getting into one thing after another, and his wife turning a blind eye basically to most of the shenanigans. Speaking of his wife, it was Meenakshi Chaudhary, I think is the actress's name. I'm not sure what else I've seen her in. You can let me know in the comments. I know she was a familiar face. She has the biggest supporting role. Everybody else is and also ran. But even so, this is a movie it's showing an existing marriage. And it's showing the strains of the marriage when Dulquer's character becomes wealthy, and how does it change the dynamic of how happy they were when they were poor, and so then now how do things change? Veteran actor Vamsi plays Anthony, a key part of some of the schemes. I mean, Dulquer is even so charming. He charms a CBI officer with stories of some of his exploits. The guy that played his sort of sidekick Samba, I'm not sure what the actor's name is, but I thought he was really charming. Sachin Kadekar is always one of my favorites in his supporting roles, and he has a key supporting part. Even if he doesn't have a ton of screen time, I still enjoyed him very much. It's so complicated, all of these bank things. They're trying to explain all of these complicated financial transactions. I think they mostly do a good job of that, but it's not I don't know. I mean, it's like the trailer sort of hinted maybe there'd be mafia. Like, there's, if you're looking for heavy action scenes or heavy romance kind of a film, this isn't it. But if you're looking for Dulquer really shining in a charming, lovable rogue kind of part, this is it. This is totally it. And so I was very happy. Is it Dulquer's best film ever? No. But I struggle to think, it needs someone of his charm to really pull off this part, because like I said, if you just had it on paper of like all of these financial crimes and whatever are not sexy. Nobody's pointing guns like a big, a mafia don or something like that, right? That's not the kind of film it is. And then again, that's why it reminded me of Leonardo DiCaprio's Catch Me If You Can, because he was doing a kind of a check fraud and pretending to be somebody who wasn't in that film, and forging checks and whatever. And it's not completely dissimilar to this, where he's just charming. So and the real person behind that one ended up becoming a security expert, which is always funny to me. Anyway, so you want Baskar to succeed no matter what, and it's because it's Dulquer. So Venky Atluri, I think, has done an admirable job writing something around this period, which I don't know that much about, but an Indian audience probably knows quite a bit more about this period of time and knows the euphemisms of how they've changed names and who they really mean. But it was a very enjoyable film. And so I hope you enjoy this. It's a busy holiday weekend of a lot of films, but this was the one that I was most wanting to see, and I was glad that it did really come to my town. All right, happy Diwali. Let me know if you've had a chance to see this film, what you thought in the comments below. Follow me on X at Pardesi YT and Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky at Pardesi Reviews. Please do press the bell when you subscribe, and you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.